Welcome to another video, and I guess sketch with me. I'm looking at like my Pinterest. There's really not a lot. I don't know why my Pinterest is always the crappiest thing ever. Ooh, this is pretty. My character, because I'm obsessed. Otherwise, why would I have them? Like, what's the point of characters if you're not obsessed with said characters? Like, obviously. And first I have to draw a person, which is always difficult. Especially at this angle. Hold up. Let me like... Is this comfortable? Oh my gosh, it's so much more comfortable, and all I did was literally tilt it. That's crazy. Okay. Alright, let's move that back to what it was. And then let's draw our character. I'm gonna draw him bigger first and then put him to size, because that's always fun. Why is it so wobbly? I'm not gonna draw anything finished, because who has the time for something this complicated that's finished? So I'm just gonna do... That looks like shit. Okay, it's fine. It's fine. See, that's why we have the liquefy tool. See? So, I realized exactly like how old my characters were when I was writing the other day, and I was like, wait a second. They were like seniors in high school when it started, and then now they're like... they're like 2 years after that now, because like all the time skips, and so now they're like 20, and I just realized that the other day, and I don't know, like it's fine, like I don't really care, they're still my characters, but at like the same time it's like they're older than I am. Like, that's crazy, because they started out as my age and then they just became older because of all the time that's passed, and the story hasn't even like started yet, which I think is crazy. See, we're just only the thing is in my reference picture, it looks like the dragons are a lot bigger than they are in the story. So I'm gonna have to make them look smaller. Okay, now the hard part. See, I know how to draw dragons, but like at the same time I don't. You know? So let's see if we remember anything from that one time. Okay. And then we just need to make it look like my dragon that he has. Okay. See, I'm so good at this. I always imagined it like... and then we go. I do like the tail behind. I should have done it on a different layer. It's okay, it's fixable with the magic of the undo button. Boop, boop. Man. I didn't even put it on a different layer. It's fine. That's... Okay. Okay, now elbow here. And do... If we went boop, 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 and then we tilt the down. His hand could be right here, scratching. Because he's nice, and he likes pets. Because he likes pets, like a lot. And then to emphasize the pose, you go like that, and tilt the head. I would turn it, but 3/4 view is deceptively hard. You think it's easy, it's really not. Don't worry, we're working on it. But for now, we do it like this. See? Now we go up. And you know what? Let's do a different color. What about purple? Okay, and then we go boop, 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 boop. And it needs to go up. And I'm not going to do any details with like the scales and stuff. We're just going to leave it right there. And then if we went from down here instead. Because the thing is, I'm thinking the dragon is like laying right here. So why would the tail come this way? You know, it makes no sense. So I might just leave him right there, just there. But I kind of want to show the tail somehow. So it's like if I added just the tip, like it's like he's more curved up. So it'd be like that. No, because then it feels forced, you know? So he has like this guard thing on his lower arm, and then he wears like these short sleeves on his upper, so like from lower, so like that I'm thinking, and then get more straight like that, and then like that, because I have like a bunch of different ideas for his clothing, but I haven't really finalized like the design, so that's kind of what I'm trying to do. So we can do like that, and then thinking that to match these things, and then I'm thinking more of like this collar thing, and then like that. It kind of matches this thingy, so you'll have like the stripes. I'm not sure I like that. No, it's gonna go in, but essentially he's like the healer. We'll just put it that way. So I think he's gonna have an actual bag across, like right here, that holds like actual like bandages and things like that. So I think I'm gonna do that, and then I want that. It's like, I think that would be good. And then like that, and then kind of like that, and then that'll be a shirt. And then I want to do more of like these stitching things rather than buttons. So we're thinking we're gonna go like that with those, and then I'm gonna have a strap come around, and then ooh, I also want like yeah, I think that's good. And then it goes out and in because it's clothing. And then oh, I think I know what it is. His mouth is too small. He's supposed to have a big, wide smile. That must be what it is. That looks more like him. Okay, we like that hairline. And then he's got and now dragon time. I originally wanted all of the dragons to be like this sharper type of like dragon. I don't know why, but this one ended up like super smooth. Like anytime I draw any of them, and I think it's just my style with drawing dragons, where like they end up more on like the softer side, which I'm not mad at. I do like it. I just wanted them to be a little bit more fearsome. But I think it's fine. You know, I think it could depend on like the type of dragon, how they're perceived by the characters too, you know. I also want to do this first, so that we know like what part of this we have to draw. Because we're just like going back in like the planes. I don't know if that makes sense. Like, you know how like you have like the planes of like, I'm thinking of it in context of the planes of the face. So like you have the highest point and then you have the lowest point. So I'm kind of doing it like that. So like this is the highest point, aka the part that's close to us. And then like this is the next part, and then this is like the last part that's close to us. And that's how like I'm thinking about them overlapping each other. I don't know if that makes sense. So I have to draw the least amount of lines necessary. All of this in the form of laziness, of not wanting to erase and redraw lines. Also because the lines also look worse if you were like erasing around them, then you erase them a tiny bit, it just generally looks worse. So, especially since I want to like vaguely color this, I might redo him again. But I think I might color this specific one, just do like a clean up a little bit. his, every single time I design a character, a lot of the things that I try to go for more of like a high contrast character design. And if you don't know what that is, and like I've been on like the Beauty TikTok for some reason for a while, so if you don't know what that is, it's essentially you got like a light skin tone and like light eye tone and then like a light hair color, and then that's like low contrast. But if you have a dark hair color and like light skin tone, then it's like high contrast. And for some reason I lean towards more high contrast, but for some reason for him, he's just a very low contrast, very bright character design between his skin tone, his hair color, and then but like also his design, like this brown is very light. Like it doesn't look light on here, but because it's so desaturated and it looks a lot lighter, and then this blue tone is also super light, so his character design just as a whole is pretty low contrast. And I don't know why, I just thought that was interesting because generally I like to go for high contrast, which you would not know if you saw any of my other characters. I think the only one may be Quinn, or yeah, none of my other characters for some reason are like high contrast, and I just think that's so interesting because normally I try to go for high contrast, so like light skin tone, dark hair, or light hair, dark skin tone, something like that. I don't know why, but like let me see if I can find some. So like this is Josh. He's also pretty low contrast for some reason. Don't know why. It's just how I designed him. I don't know how that happened. Macer is also pretty low contrast for some reason. I don't know about Quinn. That's the only thing, is her hair is like pretty bright though. So it's like, because of the saturation, maybe it's like darker if you put it into black and white. But at the same time, it's like she's like the only one who might be lower contrast. And in contrast, saying contrast a lot. Here's one of my other characters. This is more of a mid contrast because it's like a mid to light skin tone with like a black hair. And that one's like more mid to high contrast. I don't know if this is making any sense or if I just sound like crazy up in my house. But that's also something I've noticed, is that for some reason this batch of characters that I've made is pretty low contrast. Probably not going to do any shading. I just wanted to sketch a little bit. So this is what I came up with. Maybe I'll finish it. I'll do some line art or some actual coloring for now. This is it. Hold on. Here's a white. Here. Boop. Guys, I hope you enjoyed this video. Like, subscribe, comment, all the things. And I knocked it again. How many times are you gonna knock something before you decide not to knock it anymore? Let me know what you think. This character. I don't really want to spoil too much about my characters, but so there's not really too much to say without spoiling it. But let me know what you think of the character design. Anyways, bye-bye.